African man.
You don't know this girl Danny boy right now. Me represent Forget with the Fix. Michelle G, big up yourself.
My African man. Oh, na 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 na. I wanna be with you, eh. My African man. You give me a reason to smile in these dark times, because you're mine, mama, mine. My African man. You give me a reason to smile. You're my sunshine, and you're forever mine. My heart is willing to receive this love that gets me all weak inside. See, love tastes better when it's shared with two hearts that have pure intentions. My African man, you give me a reason to smile in these dark times, because you're mine, mama, mine. My African man, you give me a reason to smile. You're my sunshine, and you're forever mine. Oh no, you.
Yo. Hey. I said them never yet hear you cry, never yet hear your cry. Yo, them never listen, them never hear, from me no benefit them. No, them never listen, cause them no care, them never real, them just faking. Yo, them never listen, them never hear, be careful who you call friend. Yeah, them never listen, cause them no so care. Be careful of the whole of them. Me sing, stop fighting for people who not fight for you. Don't waste your time if them not value when you do. Cause everybody have an agenda. Yeah, forget to where them one of is a pretender. Me granny said we sleep with one eye open. Cause the wicked them no rest for that I'm certain. Then you feel no some man bless, yes I'm chosen. See enough try, but them can't outsmart the most high. Yo, them never listen, them never hear, from me no benefit them. No, them never listen, cause them no care, them never real, them just faking. Yo, them never listen, them never hear, be careful who you call friend. Yeah, them never listen, cause them no so care. Be careful of the whole of them. Me sing it so easy to stretch you and not tell me figure you. But when not my time to stretch, me never yet see you. It's set that we are all mankind mess. It's all about themselves and never about nobody else. So stop work and tell yourself you don't need us. Cause every now and then everybody need us. But they still have to be careful of who give you help. Cause enough of them are wolf in a sheep clothing. Yo, them never listen, them never hear, from me no benefit them.
Get with the Fix, Michelle G. I am live in the building. Yeah. You know, sometimes when you move equipment, you know, things tend to go left a little bit. So I'm trying to work out what's going on with my iRig at this point. You know, we're still live, of course, on getwiththefix.net, Blaze Radio, Mighty Mix, Majestic, Coffee, Metric, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google, Apple, all over the place right now. We are definitely live in the building.
Never listen, them never hear, from me no benefit them. No, them never listen, cause them no care, them never real, them just faking. Yo, them never listen, them never hear.
Oh, to a place where we find love, shampoos. It's like we're gonna call travel far away from it all, you know. Road. Oh, to a place where we find love, so far away from the burden, the pain, the regrets, take them all away from me. Yeah. far away. Land it too hard for bear, and there must be another way for me. Diamond, things are me out of me control. Can't get rid of the stress, the amount of spliff one roll. No joke. Nowadays you have to be gamble. Start read between the lines to see the tricks unfold. Why mankind not so sick.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, who is that? Someone wants to go live with me? Okay, hold on.
From the burden, the pain, the regrets, take them all away from me, yeah. Far away. Lord, it's too hard for bear, and there must be another way for me, yeah. Take me to a place where there is no way to renovate. Fight off any ill will and everybody.
Yeah, with the fix, Michelle G. Like I said, I am live in the building, having a little bit of an equipment issue. Waiting on one of my engineers to come up in the building and try to situate what is going on with my Instagram, the iRig, not the Instagram, but the iRig. But we are definitely live every place else that I stream on a Wednesday. So I hope everyone had a great day today. In New Jersey, it's hot. It's definitely summer kicking in. I don't know when summer starts. When does summer start? I don't know. This weather has been hot, cold, 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 hot, hot. All types of things. Rain. I'm surprised we didn't get snow. Hi, Firerama. Firerama, I'm having some iRig issues right now. So if you hear me and I'm low, my fault. But like I said, I just hope everyone is having a great Wednesday. Wednesday is hump day, they said. So you're supposed to be humping on Wednesday, they said. I guess only Wednesday, I have no idea. But we have a lot to talk about. Definitely want to get into this conversation. This conversation about Donald Trump. I'm trying to get my iRig working properly because I have one interview and then a call in. And I would rather for it to be on Instagram, but I might have to go through and do the StreamYard app. Jaja. I didn't want to do that today. But like I said, when you move equipment, sometimes things go a little left. So not sure what's going on, but we're gonna get through it. We're definitely gonna get through it. But yes, you are going in and out. I know, Firerama. I know. I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about
But know you love it big, you love it real major. Hey, rub up on me body and settle, baby. Cause when I see you, I see that love side. There is no other love like ours, baby. Nothing can ever take away my
So like I said, I wanted to talk to you guys today about Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Listen here, people. Back in the days, they used to say that if you have a child, right? If you have a child here in the United States, and you are an illegal, I hate that immigrant word. I hate that word. But if you are illegally here and you have a child, Donald Trump is gunning for said folks. Donald Trump says that he is going to end the birthright citizenship for children of immigrants in the U.S. illegally if he becomes president again. So on Tuesday, he said, if I am elected president again in 2024, I would seek to end automatic citizenship for children born in the United States to immigrants in the country illegally. This is a plan that contradicts how a 19th century amendment to the US Constitution long has been interpreted. So Trump, the front runner for the Republican presidential nomination in an increasingly crowded field of candidates, said in a campaign video posted to Twitter that he would issue an executive order instructing federal agencies to stop what is known as the birthright citizenship. And such action by Trump would be certain a draw of a legal challenge. Okay? Birthright citizenship arises from the Constitution 14th Amendment, which was ratified in 1868, 3 years after the conclusion of the American Civil War, that ended the practice of enslaving Black people in southern states and overturned a Supreme Court ruling that had held that slaves and free American citizens were not entitled to U.S. citizenship. So the amendment granted citizenship to all persons born of or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people, and has been interpreted to apply whether or not parents were in the country legally. The proposed executive order, planned for the first day of a second Trump term in office, would require that at least one parent be an American citizen or a lawful permanent resident for their children to become automatic U.S. citizens, his campaign said in a press release. While he was president in 2018, Trump said he planned to issue an executive order to limit birthright citizenship, but never followed through. Many legal scholars at the time were skeptical that Trump could use executive authority to roll back that right. On Tuesday, again, he was criticized by Biden for record numbers of immigrants caught crossing the border illegally in recent years, calling the citizenship right for children born on U.S. soil a magnet. Trump noted that many countries restrict birthright citizenship for non-citizens. Trump has sought to appeal to Republican voters on his party's right flank who support a crackdown on immigration. As President Trump pursued hardline policies toward immigration and took steps toward the border that he had promised as a candidate in 2016. So, like I said, Donald Trump is at it to restrict your birthright. Yeah. If he becomes president of the United States in 2024, which is next year.
Yeah. How you feeling out there? Yeah. There's a time and place, so I tie, I lace. When you see I face, just give I time and space. Cause I-itation is my vibration, and your frequency at the high station. If you control the mind, you control the mass. Yeah, like water to fire, out it to ash. Yeah, cause if you control the mind, you control the mass. Like water to fire, out it to ash. A billion brain cells, but them just need a placenta. One sperm touch the egg and is alive from it enter it. This puzzle how we cipher it.
So Mr. Trump is deciding that if he does become president in 2024, the birthright stuff will basically disappear. So if you have two parents who are here in the United States illegally, then that child that is born here will not get birthrights to the country. If you, however, have one parent who is an American citizen, then yes. But this is crazy. Like, I don't understand, like, why. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I just think this immigration thing that Donald Trump has been going on with for centuries, and this is what he always runs his campaign with, and this is why he wins, because there's a lot of folks who are against immigrants being in this country. You guys see what's happening in Florida right now. The governor of Florida has decided that if you are illegal here, then you cannot work here. And people are getting deported and those types of things. So it's really crazy that this continues to happen, but immigration is a thing. So nobody don't hear me when I say this, but I say, if you can find somebody to marry and get your paper, just do it. Just do it.
Now I you feel like
Because that's what they're pushing people to do, really.
this don't feel right. And I knew this from last night. When you shape your empress, I feel like me blind. Now I feel like you can play with my mind. If you control the mind, you control the mass. Yeah, like water to fire, out it to ash. Couple buildings with all in my place, but not gone too soon while you can't see my face. But my never present always, so me.
Julie, are you hearing me good, or am I still low? I think like I'm still low on Instagram. My interviews, like this stuff is just crazy sometimes.
Not what them a say. Do not up yourself if you no want no money. Every hustle up, big up on yourself. If you're lacking ambition, you can't far road way. Yeah, we full of broom, but we not haunted. What that you gonna do, that's why you end up wanted. Hype up. See the girl them, they are wine up. We no want, we no gonna rise up. You feel no say money and girl, money and girl, money and girl. Oh, that are the standard, set the standard, set the standard. We say, bank account for double up, girl left up on a bubble up. Some boy run down badness, coming like them and them gonna.
Yeah. So that's what's happening, folks. So I say, if you are here illegally and you're deciding to have a baby here in the United States, just know that if Donald Trump becomes president in 2024, you will not be afforded that right. Okay? So just putting it out there so everybody is aware. So again, if you have one parent who is a citizen and legal, then you can get that right. But if you don't, then you and your child will be illegal immigrants living in the United States if Donald Trump is president in 2024. Again, when people are running for presidency or any elected office, they have to put out what their platform is. And for Donald, it's always immigration. I'm thinking he's also going to try to build that wall. Again, yeah, it's my, I know, Dre. I don't know. Yeah, so he's going to try and build that wall again. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it's sad. It's just sad. Like I said, the only resolution I can think of is basically getting married to somebody. I don't know.
Is it right? Keep it right. Hey, diamond. My girl want gold and diamond. Money needed. Do not bother feel like a greeder. Money needed. Cause when me broke, me feel like me defeated. Money needed. Root are evil, but me not believe it.
In other news, Al Pacino, who's 82, is expecting his fourth child with his 29-year-old girlfriend. Yeah, I said his 29-year-old girlfriend. He's 82 and his girlfriend is 29. And this will be his fourth child. Okay? The Oscar-winning legend and girlfriend, Noor Al-Fala, are expecting a child. The ages of his children are 22 years old, which are twins, and he has a 33-year-old daughter. The other day, I think he and De Niro are in competition because De Niro just had a baby the other day, and I think he's close to 80, 70 something, 1 and 2. I know that men can have babies longer. I mean, everybody knows that. But are you going to be able to do what you need to do for these children at that age? Is my question. Are you? That's my question. Are you going to be able to do what you need to do for the children when you're that old? Is my question. And also the complications that could come with that, because they always say that, oh, women have more complications as they get older when they have children, but it's also the men who experience this type of stuff too. So that's always my question. Are they going to be able to run around with little people? Because little people are busy. Okay?
She's my number one fan. Most high. She's my number one. Saint Iron Angel. Yeah, yeah. She brought me a gift with a pretty love smile and a note written, your girl. I sent her roses. Wanna spend some time. I said, welcome to my world. She wanna be my number one fan. So me take her across the ocean. She's my number one fan. She just want the Rasta man. She's my number one, and she gon' be there and no for long. She's my number one fan. Yeah. I girl pose, make me take your picture. Just a day within a tea, turn you in a big shot. But that boy, you not one like aristocrat. Them know say the Ras not chat to riff raff. Books we do that, book she get fat. And 9 months redemption, baby.
So, in news out of Jamaica, this news is actually a little disturbing. For this individual.
She love turn back way. Can't take the pressure, can't take the pressure.
The man ya look slave in the underwater. Now the fire start blaze.
Boom off flip and done. Boom off flip and done. Bucket off for the fun.
Boom off the rhythm and done. Wine pan the rhythm and done. Teacher me now run. Take wine, take wine.
Don't you love the right? Don't you love the right life?
Oh, you mean?
So out of Jamaica, we are learning that there is some medical concerns for Vybz Kartel. At this point, he's been in jail for a couple of years now. And basically the medical report obtained exclusively by the news was done about 2 months ago by his physician. And basically it details a 7-year history of Kartel battling Graves' disease, a thyroid condition. According to the report, despite medication, it has not gone into remission. And Vibes Cartel is now facing a life-threatening illness while he's incarcerated. Lisa Evers basically was on the news talking about this today. She obtained a sworn medical affidavit where his private doctor notified authorities that his Graves' disease and heart conditions were getting worse, and that if he did not get surgery soon, it could be fatal. In exclusive interviews, his attorney said inhumane prison conditions are putting Cartel's life at risk. Cartel's son said that they will be praying for the best. He's in a cell, if you can picture a brick oven, because that's how those cells are built there in Jamaica. His attorney says that Mr. Palmer's illness is actually life threatening. And folks are praying and petitioning for the police, the correction officers, those folks at the prison to get Cartel out of solitary confinement. He's been in solitary confinement lockdown 23 hours a day for the last week. They're saying that he's in a cell. And if you can picture the oven, that's what it feels like. That's how the cells are built. The ventilation is none. It's next to none. The man many consider to be the king of dancehall music has been behind bars in Jamaica since 2011 on a murder conviction. It's a crime he said he did not commit, and he is appealing the conviction to the UK's highest court. But now the severe lockdown conditions in a brick cell with no air circulation, no water, and a bucket for toilet are making his health worse. That's according to the Mr. Buchanan, who is his attorney. He saw Cartel this past Monday, this week. He said that Cartel's neck was swollen. And if you think of a shirt that is about 18.5 inches in the neck area, you couldn't close the collar on his neck. And that's how bad it is in this moment. His face is actually swollen. And one other thing, he always wears glasses in this condition. That's caused his eyes, which has now caused his eyes to protrude. What does the medical report says? Well, the medical report was done about 2 months ago, where they're talking about him battling Graves' disease. So according to the report, despite medication, it has not gone into remission. He also suffers from 2 heart conditions and complications. Yeah, Lexi, I think we're going to have to cancel today's interview because I'm not really sure what's going on with the Instagram live, with the iRig and the Instagram. So I got to figure that out. And I'm going to reschedule you, not next week, but I'm going to put you probably the following week because I don't know what's going on with it. So my apologies. I'm not really sure what's happening with the iRig today. And the person that's supposed to come help me just had to go further away. Yeah, it does sound away for real. So we're going to reschedule your interview. My apologies, definitely my apologies, but we're going to reschedule it, okay? It's my fault. I don't know what happened with the iRig. So we're going to reschedule it, okay? So again, Vibes Cartel, despite medication, it has not gone into remission. He also suffers from two heart conditions and complications. So his doctor recommends surgery as soon as possible. It weighs on my heart when I think about it a lot. Vibes Cartel's son, Adesha Parma, said that his father is fighting for his life. Yes, because it can be dangerous. We do not want to get a phone call to say that because he was under his 23-hour lockdown and unable to breathe, that he succumbed to his illness. Little Vibe said he and his family thanks all the fans for keeping the father in the prayers. Buchanan wrote to the prison superintendent, who he said was responsible for the lockdown order, and also in the national law enforcement officials in Jamaica. Okay, so I believe they said that there was a phone that was allegedly found, and that's the issue why Vibes Cartel is in lockdown.
Bounce pan it, move pan it, gal you fi groove pan it. Bounce pan it, bounce pan it, move pan it, gal you fi groove pan it. You are a beautiful human. I love your sense of humor. It's fun to be around you. God knows I love you. Don't rush, you're more than sex. God knows I love you. And girl, when you say yes, you large and your back, you fi arch. Pretty from Blackberry, just a make touch. To me 1 mile make it scotch. If you is a freak, girl, you like a patch. Goodie, play with the bat and the ball, catch it should be. Bubble pa me, you can't bubble pa me. Them a say you rare, me no care, me no beer, me no scare, me no Scooby, you flip. That what do me? Nothing can stop we beer, can't stop. Love it when you spread, not mayonnaise. Me inna you like this day and age.
Yeah, so we are sending prayers to Vibes Cartel with this condition that he is currently going through right now. We hope that we hope that he is able to get the help that he needs while there. I don't know if anyone has seen his pictures, but his face is very swollen. And if you're in a place that's like an oven, I don't think there's any AC in Jamaica's prison, not that I know of. So that's very hard to take in. Yeah. So, we just hope that he pulls through, and that he's able to get this surgery that he desperately needs, so that he can be okay. Okay. So yeah, just everybody just send prayers to Vibes Cartel and his family for going through this ordeal right now. So, I mean, a lot of folks will say that, oh, because he's Vice Cartel, he's expected, he gets special treatment, he's privileged, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, like, he's still a human being, regardless of his status of being who he is. He's still a human being who is having a medical crisis. So at this point, we just hope that he can get the help that he needs.
On the bed, you fi bang it again. And if you take it as a door, you slam it again. Bubble, bubble, till long, than a shower head. Bubble, bubble, till long, than a river bed. Underwater, me, underwater, underwater, me, underwater, underwater, me, underwater, me, underwater. La, love it when you take it and you take it. Sit down pan the matic, it a vanish like a magic. Skip it and you happy if you sell, you make a profit. Up in the attic, at the tower, we go at it. Good thing I am a swimmer, so that the aquatic. Can you so erratic, if that's why you give me graphic. I dig you in every little topic. And me wish me could take you, put in a me pocket. Make you so polite. Tell Superman you are the kryptonite. You strip tonight, take tonight. You arrive and it and dive. Underwater, me, underwater, underwater, me, underwater, underwater, me, underwater, me, underwater. In a the river, but me never go see no fish. Let me tell you something, girl, son you
like I said, prayers to Vibes Cartel and his family right now. We hope that he's able to get the help that he needs. I want to apologize to my interviewees for the night. Lexi, and also Sugar was supposed to come on the live tonight, so I'm going to reschedule Lexi for not this week, but not next week, the following week. I'll just have to do 2 interviews that night because this is not her fault. This is, technical stuff. And I hate when that happens because, I like to do my interviews on an Instagram live. I enjoy doing that. There's other ways that I can do it, but I like to do it on an Instagram live. So we're going to fix what's going on with the iRig. But we are still streaming live on getwiththefix.net, Blaze Radio, Mighty Mix, Majestic, Coffee, and also Metric Radio as well. I plugged out the iRig, so I guess the Instagram live sounds better now. I just plug it out and I will fix it next week. Okay. Moving along in the news. So you guys know that Cardi B had sued Tasha K and won. She had won. And what is happening now? Hi, Trigger Trigger. What's happening now is Tasha K has decided that she is going to try to fight the system. So what Tasha K decided to do, remember, it's been about a year or so since she lost the Cardi B in this legal battle over defamation of character. I keep telling people that is a thing. Defamation of character is a thing. People can literally sue you for talking crazy about them. Okay? So now the gossip blogger has now filed for bankruptcy after claiming that she has less than 60,000 in total assets. So, per the U.S. court, a Chapter 11 filing is frequently referred to as a reorganization bankruptcy. Usually, the debtor remains in possession, has the powers and duties of a trustee, but they may continue to operate the business and may, with the court approval, borrow new money. The YouTuber made salacious claims that Bronx rapper Cardi B had an incurable STD was that she was a prostitute and that she used drugs. Cardi B won the 400,000 case and has since voiced that she wants her money from Tasha, who repeatedly makes jokes that she doesn't have it. So on Thursday, May 25th, in a Florida federal court, Tasha Nee Letitia Kibi filed with claims that she cannot pay out the hefty coins to the up rhymer. According to Billboard, Tasha's assets total out of a total of $58,595, which is included a 2021 Corvette Silverado that's collateral. Okay. And her Unwind with Tasha K YouTube channel, the monetary value of her channel is listed as unknown. So the bankruptcy filing reported also includes Tasha's Google account assets, which is worth about $10,000 that was garnished in 2022 by Cardi B's attorneys. A share income between Tasha and her husband was also listed as $156,021 in 2021 and $134,861 in 2022. The document also includes an income of $30,000 per month from both of them. Following a trial held earlier this year, jurors sided decisively with Cardi B, leaving Tasha liable for defamation, invasion of privacy, and intentional infliction of emotional stress. Cardi and her team were awarded more than $2.5 million in damages and another $1.3 million in legal fees. Tasha was then ordered by a judge to pull the videos from the internet, although she was warned multiple times before by Cardi B's team. Trigger said she Trigger said she R-A-S. Broke like dog, no. Listen, people. I tell people all the time, be careful of the things that you say about folks because folks can sue you for defamation of character. It is a real thing. So if you don't believe it, now now you know. Now you know that it's a real thing. So this is what's happening right now with Cardi B and Tasha K. So when you file for bankruptcy, you can start all over and borrow new money. So that's what Tasha K is basically trying to do because she gotta pay Cardi B that money. And Cardi B is not playing with her. She not playing with her.
But long time we not just one month that shoes me that that's left. No. But long time we not just dumb. But long time we not just dumb. One month and shoes me that dust down. From me about 9 and not just now. Yeah. But long time we not just dumb. But long time we not just dumb. One month and shoes me that dust down. From me about 9 and I just now. But for me I don't mean chop off 14 to the black wallaby. Thinking the movies but this my pre. When you see the boy yet to this me. Man wall can't see him well vigilant. Salute the rock some militant. Life and sweet like cinnamon face.
Like I said, be careful of the things that you say about people on social media. I know for sure that I actually have a trademark on Get With The Fix. And if anybody uses it, they will get a cease and desist, and also will be in court. Actually, the other day, my trademark sent me like 7 businesses with the word "the fix" in it, and they're like, "Do you want to send a cease and desist letter to all these businesses?" I'm like, "Nah, man." I don't want to ruin people's stuff, and go into court and fight that. But some of the businesses have been in business for about a year or so. So I'm like, let the people be great. Let the people be great. Now if it's other folks, who I know, because then yeah, we're gonna go in front of a judge and have a conversation. Just gonna do that. So I have copyright and trademark on a couple of things. So if people use it, then God go with them. It's just what it is. Keiki, hi Keiki. I haven't seen you in like forever. Now let's go over to Guyana. Last week, again, shout out to the mayor of Newark, the Guyana organization, the Guyana flag raising organization, the Guyana Caribbean Community Commission. Last week, Friday, I was awarded a community service and entertainment proclamation last week for what I do, in a community, the back to school drive, the radio. Yeah, so shout out to Carlisle and Travis for giving my name to folks. Like I said, people always tell me things that I should get and deserve, but nobody really ever gives my name to receive. So that event was so dope last week. It was the Ghana flag raising because last week, Friday, was Ghana's independence, 57 years of being independent. And I live broadcast the whole thing from the event last week, Friday. And like I said, in speaking about Guyana, the teenage girl in Guyana is now charged with 19 counts of murder in a school dorm fire. The other young lady did pass away, I believe, yesterday or the day before, who was in the hospital. So I don't know if they're going to add this charge to her as well. The individual who started the fire is 15 years old. She started the blaze in anger after her mobile phone was confiscated. And it was a dormitory where girls reside. She killed 18 of her schoolmates and a 5-year-old boy. And now we are down to 19. Another child has passed away in this horrific fire. The defendant appeared virtually at a hearing in a court south of the capital of Georgetown, and she was ordered to be held in custody pending further court proceedings. Investigators accused the girl, who was not identified, of igniting the blaze at the Medea Secondary School in anger with the administrator over the confiscation of her cell phone. The government boarded school serves remote indigenous villages in the country's southwest. The student was not allowed to enter a plea to the charges and will make a second court appearance on July 5th, when state and defense lawyers will indicate whether they are ready to start a preliminary trial. If found guilty, the student could face life in prison. The fire at the school in Medea, about 200 miles southwest of Georgetown, began shortly before midnight on May 21st. All 5 doors were locked with keys from the inside. There were 57 female students in the wooden concrete dorm when the fire tore through the building in the Medea Township. Rescuers pulled at least 20 students from the building, which was fortified with iron grills. More than 24 students were injured. One of the critically injured students have been flown to the New York hospital for treatment by a specialist, but most have been discharged. Officially, originally said the suspect, who was among the injured, was 14. However, the fire service official who interviewed her maintained that she is 15, which, if accurate, led to the indictment as an adult. They said that we have interviewed her and she admitted to nothing. That's according to the fire chief, Dwayne Scotland. Gerald Jovier, the National Security Advisor to Guyana's President, Mohammed Iran Ali, has said that the dorm's administrator or house mother locked all the doors to prevent these female students ages 12 to 18 from sneaking out to socialize with adults in Medea, a gold and diamond mining town. The administrator panicked and fumbled with the keys as the blaze raced through the building, they said. Officials previously identified the 5-year-old boy who died as her son, according to the news outlets. Mr. Ali, the senior officials and Western diplomats had planned to head to Medea last week. The government held a candlelight vigil for the dead and injured in Georgetown. Mr. Ali said he has assigned a government minister to each of the affected families to provide any assistance that they might need. Among those were some of the injured students who had been taken to a hospital in Georgetown but were well enough to be discharged by this Tuesday evening. Of course, many people wept, heads bent over their faces, faces covered, in a moment of silence for those victims. Beverly Alert, an opposition lawmaker, denounced the government for bringing the surviving victim to the vigil for what she described as a spectacle to score cheap political points. In a social media post, she said, "These girls have suffered great trauma. They need to be with their families." Again, condolences to the 20 young ladies who have lost their lives in this fire that could be prevented. And when I was here last week, I said that this young lady who caused the fire should be charged. And she is not the only one that should be charged. I believe the headmistress should also be charged or held accountable in some fashion, shape, or form. Whoever those building inspectors are that tell her that it's okay to lock children in a building, they also need to be charged. Okay? Everybody needs to play a role in this, because why, again, I keep saying, yes, I understand that the girls get out and go and do whatever with the grown men, but at the end of the day, why there had to be some other safety way that you could have done this. Of course, you're going to panic when there's a fire. Everybody panics when there's a fire. Of course you are. So of course you're gonna have a hard time finding the keys to go to these doors. They said was what, 5 doors? Of course you're gonna have a hard time to find the keys. So I'm just at a loss that in 2023 that we are still having buildings where children are locked in. Why aren't the doors automatic where you could just press a button or something? Something needs to change when they do rebuild this new facility that I don't even know where they're housing the girls at this point, the other 20 something that's left. But I hope that the Guyana government did pay for the funerals of these young ladies. I think I saw that their funerals was today. So again, condolences to them, and sending prayers to all of their families, their moms, dads, siblings, brothers. Like, just it's just a tragedy that probably could have been avoided. Could have been avoided. And let me just say this: as a parent, these cell phones, it's a life or death situation for young children. Um, I don't know what it is about it, but the way you could punish a child is by taking away their phones, right? And what happens with these children is that they now decide that they are going to act out and do all of these things because you took their phone. I mean, we have seen so many videos. I've posted several videos of teachers getting beat up by students over cell phones. Listen, I the first time I got my son a cell phone, I think he was 9, and it was when one of those school shootings or something. I don't remember which one it was, Sandy Hook or one of them. And I got him a cell phone at 9. And yes, I've used the cell phone tactic as punishment. Yes, I have. Can he act out? He could act out in his room, but that's on him. He ain't acting out in front of me. But there are children who act out and act like they're gonna lose their life if they get rid of these cell phones. If you take their phones from them, this young lady started a fire because her cell phone was taken away, and 20 children are now dead. Makes no sense to me. Makes no sense to me. This world that we live in with children, I don't know. And made a post the other day and I said that I also think that young children should not be in relationships. Young children should not have boyfriends and girlfriends. They are not emotionally equipped to deal with all of the stuff that comes when it comes to relationships. They are not. Um, I don't know what age they should start dating, but definitely not from 9, 12, and all of these things. Like, all of that stuff, like, nip it in the bud. These kids are not emotionally ready. They're not. Some of us as adults are not emotionally ready. Imagine their little noggins. They're not ready. So please, I'm not telling anybody what to do in their household. But let's be mindful of what it is that our children are doing. And again, this young lady is now being charged as an adult because she took the life of 20 people. 20 people. 20 people. So again, condolences to all of the little people who have lost their lives. And we hope that this young lady has learned her lesson. We don't know yet what charges she's going to get. We don't know what prison term she's going to get or anything of that sort. But the law in Guyana basically says that if you are 15, you can't be charged as an adult. If she was 14, they probably wouldn't have. But 15, you can be charged as an adult. Okay? It's a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. A whole lot. Yeah. Still in Ghana. We are still in Guyana. So, this lady decided that she's going to take the criminal law into her own hands. She's gonna take it in her own hands. She's gonna do what she need to do. Susie Q, I'm not sure if Ghana has the death penalty. I'm not sure. That's something I have to look up. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. So, Miss Anjoy Avenue, New Amsterdam woman, her name is Leila Bacchus, age 42, was reprimanded to prison after she was charged with her husband's murder following her reported confession to investigators in Region 6 that the victim discovered that her husband was cheating and began nagging at her. And as such, she decided to poison him. She is now charged with the capital offense of murder. The charge stated that the accused between May 16th and Saturday, May 20th, at her home murdered her husband. Susie Q says she watched too much Lifetime. Susie Q, let me tell you something about watching Lifetime. Lifetime is one thing that makes you want to date nobody. She watched too much ID channel, is what she watching. So she was now required to plead to the indictable charge and was remanded to prison. Bacchus will return to court on July 11th for report. According to the information gathered on May 16, Junior, who was 43, was rushed to the New Amsterdam Public Hospital after he began vomiting excessively. At the hospital where he eventually succumbed, it was discovered that the man had somehow consumed a poisonous substance. Stabrook News was told that Bacchus, before being arrested, never reported her husband's death to any police station, but attempted to proceed with funeral arrangements, telling residents that the man had committed suicide by ingesting a poisonous substance. However, after the police were informed by a relative to the matter, an investigation was launched during which Bacchus was eventually arrested and reportedly confessed. I don't it, I don't be understanding people. I really don't be understanding people. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Stop fight with it, make him fight for you like Tyson. You're too nice to him, the boy love him, belly just falls. Him not right for you, I think you need to live from the boy too boring him for make you have fun. Him a cute, say feel you know no more time, you feel fuck your man done. Stop fight with him, make him fight for you like Tyson. You're too nice to him, the boy love him, belly just poison him. Breaking news, man wa kill him, girl, I guess I cause
She literally, Adri, she literally took Dexter Daps breaking news seriously. She took it to a whole nother extreme. A whole nother extreme. So I did look it up and it says that Ghana does have the death penalty. But while death by hanging is still on local law books, no one has been hanged in Ghana since 1997. And authorities have made no effort to enforce death sentences imposed by courts. More than a dozen people are on death row right now in Ghana, some sentenced as far back as 2 decades ago. So while they do have the death penalty, they don't exercise it. It's not something that Ghana does. I'm not sure of any Caribbean island that does the death penalty, but maybe Miss Lila Bacchus will also be sitting on death row as well. Because lady, she poisoned this man over 4 days. Over 4 days. 4 days she poisoned him. Did she not think that they were going to do an autopsy? Like me, I don't understand. I don't understand. Get it together, people. Get it together. Like if you're having that much of a difficult time in your relationship, leave the man. Just leave. I don't understand. Free yourself. Get with the fix, Michelle G. I am here live in the building. Streaming live on GetWithTheFix.net, Blaze Radio, Mighty Mix, Majestic, Coffee, Metric, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, iTuner, Roku TV, Apple, and Google as well. I know the last two that really, Dree. Dree said he knows the last two people that was hanged in Guyana. Oh my. That sounds, what did they do, Dree? What did they do? What happened?
Oh, yeah. Unga, we still a hail Jah, hail Jah. No evil works can't come near me. No evil works can't come scare me. Don't see the traps them clearly. Some are not chatting at the most I even through the rain and storm. We still a hail Jaja, even when the life get hard. We still a hail Jaja, even through the rain and storm. Still a hail Jaja, even when your life get hard. Still a hail Jaja. Not one day goes by where I don't give thanks and praise to the Most High. Let no evil come near my home or near my workstation.
This rhythm is called a free spirit rhythm. They have some amazing songs on this rhythm. This is Notice Record. They have put out this beautiful rhythm. It's called the Free Spirit Rhythm.
Even when the life get hard, but still I heal Jaja, even through the rain and storms. Still I heal Jaja, even when your life get hard. Still I heal Jaja. Jaja, open all the doors there.
As I'm on the show, yeah, stress kill. You can find me on the top of a hill. Gotta get a chill pill, relax and free my mind. But if you can't find me out there somewhere, burning a spliff. Sometimes the world get too much for me and I need a lift. Don't be hating, frustrating, confusing yourself. You need a time away, something like a holiday. Occasionally when I feel stressed, I find a cottage down a niggle round a deep west. A little break make a difference. Find a little hideaway.
Oh, G said the last two people were hanged for robbery and murder. Wow. And that was back in 1997. Ghana has not hung anyone since 1997.
Sometimes the world gets too much for me.
And they don't hang women. Wow. But back in the days in British time, England time, the women used to get hanged. The necks chop off, all of those things. Yeah.
A breath of fresh air, that's all we need. Show your problems in the breeze. Listen the sound of the river, even the sea. Put your mind at ease. Even the kids need a vacant.
Royal King, yeah. Your name is written stars for me.
This is brand new Sugar. This song is called My King.
Boy, so you rule me off to make you know the truth. I can't let you get away. You're the one for me. My friend, I tell my bill, but from me see you, I just can't chill.
I gotta sign that over. Get with the fix, Michelle G. This song is called My King. This is on the Free Spirit Rhythm. Of course, the beautiful Miss Sugar. This is her song. It's called My King. Miss Sugar will be live on Get With The Fix next week. She was supposed to be here tonight, but the iRig again is acted up. But she was supposed to be here to premiere this song tonight, but I will do the honors again on the Free Spirit Rhythm. This song by Miss Sugar, the queen herself, and it is called My King.
Royal King, yeah, your name is written in the stars for me. God send you to make my complete. Baby boy, so you rule me off to make you know the truth. I can't let you get away. You're the one for me. My friend, I tell my bill, but from me see you, I just can't chill. My name is Sugar and I'm feeling like I just met my man. So listen, baby boy, just put your several digits in my phone. Please, I got a feeling you were meant to be mine. So how could I watch you quickly pass me by? I don't care what it looks like. I feel like I found my guy. And if I fumble this moment, I would regret it the rest of my life. Black King, my king, can't deny this energy vibrating within. My king, feel it in my soul, you definitely deserve a wedding ring. Black King, protect me when I'm in your arms, when I'm laying on your skin. My king, you're the song I sing, yeah. It's more than physical attraction, but damn, you look so fine.
Yo, this song by Sugar. This song is nice. I like it. I like it. I like it. We will definitely be talking to Sugar next week. She did send me a message. I did apologize to her for tonight. But we will talk to her next week or the following week, whichever week she decides to jump on the live, you know? So shout out to Sugar. That song is called My King. It's okay to praise black men or white men, whoever you call your king. It's okay. It's definitely okay. So over to the US. We're back. We're coming back to the US. And this story is disturbing. A Bronx mom gets supervised release after the death of her 6-year-old daughter, Jalea Eason, and a homicide charge is possible. The mothers whose 6-year-old daughter was found dead in their Bronx apartment and was given supervised release Tuesday as she faces a potential homicide charge. Lanija Eason was waiting to be fitted for an ankle monitor before getting sent back to the home where her young daughter, Jalila, was found dead in her Bronx apartment. Authorities are now awaiting an autopsy results before determining if homicide charges are warranted in the case. In the meantime, Eason has been hit with child endangerment charges for allegedly neglecting and harming her other 2 children, an 8-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. The investigation into the cause and manner of the defendant's 6-year-old child's death continues, and the Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark said in a statement that she was given supervised release at arraignment. She will remain in custody until an ankle monitor is installed. Court documents described an incest-infested apartment that reeked of rotten food, feces, and urine. Cops who responded to the 911 call observed soiled clothing and linen in open containers of food stacked up piles and covering the floors of the apartment. The young boy had countless small lacerations in various stages of healing on his back, his scalp, arms, and legs, according to a criminal complaint. Cops also said he had a laceration to his forehead and a deep head laceration on the scalp. The mother, whose 6-year-old daughter was found dead in their apartment, was given supervised release as of Tuesday. I'm pausing because if this woman had previous child services cases in New York, how was she able to have her children? If the other children has had injuries and marks, how is she able to have her children? That now her 6-year-old is now dead. How is that possible? How? Somebody tell me how. It's just so sickening that like people like if you don't want if you don't want yeah, like if you don't want your children, can you please just give them to somebody? Go to the state and say, listen, I can't do this. I'm not able. Please take these children because I'm not going to be able to do it. What? I'm telling y'all, like, these are the types of cases that I would like to be an investigator on because, girl, when I'm done writing my report, you will never see another child for as long as you live. And if you have children outside of these children that you have, you will never be able to parent that one either. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. These folks are so sickening that it annoys the crap out of me. Like, if you don't want children, don't have children. If you feel as though you need help, say so. Susie Q said ACS look away. Girl, you know what? I'm not even going to get myself in trouble today. Because for someone who has personal experience with ACS on a regular basis at work, I am not going to get myself in trouble today. I'm not. Mm-mm. I'm not. Mm-mm. I'm not. Because I don't be understanding. I don't get it. We're supposed to protect children. But it's like every day you turn on the news, it's just people are just harming each other, children. It just, they don't matter no more. It don't matter. People are just crazy out here. People are insane. And I'm trying to understand. I guess I'll never understand because I don't. I won't understand. I just won't. It just depresses me that the things that these folks do. Now let's move on. Let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion. So As you guys know, I think 2 weeks or so ago, I was talking about how Tory Lanez will not get a new trial, and he faces a absurd amount of time in jail. And now, a picture was posted with Megan and her alleged new boo. And of course, social media went crazy because it's like, why does she have a new boo? Like, she's not allowed to. And Megan basically made a post and she says that right now she's not doing any music. She's not in a good space and she does not want to do music. She's focused on healing. Folks were calling her disloyal, saying, "Oh, that brother held you down during this trial and you left him." They don't know what's going on. It's like how they treat Steve Harvey daughter, Lori. They don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but they always ready. So for the folks in the back, Megan and that other guy, Praz, whatever his name is, handsome black man, by the way. Oh gosh. Okay. Party, yeah, him. They had been broken up since February. It's June. What? She's supposed to wait 10 years to get back in another relationship? Susie Q says she tired from mine party. So Susie Q, she was taking care of him. Oh, see, we will never know that. We will know that. But she has moved on. They broke up back in February. She took all of her pictures, his pictures, her pictures, everything down from social media. They broke up back in February. February, March, April, May, June. 4 months. Okay. She's allowed to move on with her life. When you know something is not working or it's not going to work or you're not going to get back together, you move on with your life. And I don't know why they broke up. I guess I have to dig and do some more research as to why it is that they broke up. But they're not together, and she's rumored to be with a soccer player. Everybody keeps saying football. He's soccer. He plays soccer. Another fine black man. So shout out to Megan for keeping the black men, the fine black men going, I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. Yeah, the fix Michelle G.
Yellow, you so good that you get 10 out of 10. Bubble up yourself and then you spread out again. What about the good life that you make out of gem? Hot in your clothes when you step out again. I just 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. Hold me your book and make me take out the pen. I just 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. Bubble up yourself, baby, I want you then. Yeah. Hello. I gotta tell you, them kind of feelings I felt you. No, say you're independent, baby, but somehow me want help you. When you touch your toe, that's the best view. Body right, your body right, how me feel left you. See the anything you want, or when you get moved.
I'm sure that this song is coming. You know how these hurt boys get. These hurt boys decide that then once y'all break up, they're gonna diss you. That's what they do. It's just what they do. It's what they do. I want you guys to know that I have Naja. I'm glad you came on the live, Naj. I wish I could add you on the live right now, but my iRig is not working properly. It's not working properly. I'm glad you came on the live. So I wanted to let you guys know that tomorrow, which is June 1st, the final official music video for We Are Run the Ground will be live and up and running. Of course, folks been trying to figure out like what's taking so long. Say yes, no man. What's been taking so long or whatever the case may be, but the behind the scenes stuff was a lot, right, Naj? Was a lot. But God is good. God is good. God is great. And June 1st, the song, soon we won't be able to play this song. We're not gonna be able to play this song. So I guess we can play it now because all the copyright infringements and everything about to drop on this song. But June 1st, we are on the ground. The video will officially drop. Thank you, Jesus. God is great. Congratulations, Naj. Congratulations, Sean Nizzo. Congratulations, DJ Genesis. I know you guys have been waiting a very long time to get this done. Okay? So, in essence, I'm going to play Naj's lovely voice saying my name on We Are On The Ground.
So yes, the man I don't know, sir, Naj representing for Michelle G, I don't know, sir, she said get to the fix. So yes, no, as she say rich badness, as she are on the ground. Yo, New Jersey. Oh. Rich badness and Michelle G, them style big Benz park up and elastic punk Kyle. Bust she bust tune, go and go run R5, be a star, she par with fam, she a juvenile, Michelle G run the ground. A real white badness, where them a say? As she play the most hit song, where them a say? Yeah. She ain't it a chip, bad clocks on her foot, she not listen boy where you chat, where them a say? A real white badness, where them a say? As she have up the hottest set of dubs, where them a say? She ain't it a chip, bad clocks on her foot, she not listen boy where you chat, where them a say? Yo, Michelle G, pocket no fracture. You're up to the time, just like that watcher. Your cologne a thumb, just like a boxer. Catch a stone in your neck.
Like I said, June 1st, the official big date. Big date. Big date. Big things are good. Naj, I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad that this is happening for you. Naj will be on stage. Naj has his interview on stage as well.
Gunman style, big Ben spark up and elastic pan Kyle. Boss head go and go run man file. Be a killer we park with from we are juvenile. How we are on the ground. What else? Badness, where them a say? How we have up the artist set a guy, where them a say? Yeah. Chain it a chip, but
June 1st, people, the video dropping.
Where them a say? What else? Badness, where them a say? How we have up the artist set a guy, where them a say? Chain it a chip, but class, where we put we no listen boy, where you chat up, where them a say? We pocket no fracture. We're up to the time, just like the watcher. Cologne a thump, just like a boxer. Catch a girl in our net, just like a lobster.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Naj, shout out to Sean Izzo, shout out to DJ Genius. Like this song has been running the ground. The song fits what it has been doing for so long. And the video is officially dropping. Like I said, whenever I post it, people are like, yo, where's the video? The video's dropped, da 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 da. The behind the scenes stuff that often comes up with certain music copyright stuff and all of those things, and people, no. Those things happen. But once Naj is done with his onstage interview, I'm sure I could get him on the live and we could have a conversation around this new joy that I have for him right now. So again, June 1st.
Boss head go and go run man file. Be a killer we park with from we are juvenile. How we are on the ground. What else? Badness, where them a say? How we have up the artist set a guy, where them a say? Yeah. Chain it a chip, bad clocks for a foot.
If y'all don't know, Naj has become one of my favorite people. He's one of my favorite people. He's such a sweetheart, such a good soul. And I'm so happy for you that this is happening June 1st.
No fracture. We're up to the time, just like the watcher. Cologne a thump, just like a boxer. Catch a girl in our net, just like a lobster. And Avara clean, just like the mafia. We are big thief, big crew. When you see we put the bar on our foot.
Just so y'all know too that this song is all over. It's all over playing. The other day I was working, Saturday night I was working and I heard it on 107.5. The song is all over. So it's only fitting that he is able to drop his video. The last time we had a conversation, he said, God in time. It's God in time. And it is your time. It's your time. So again, congratulations to Naj. Sean Izzo and DJ Genius, this song has been tearing up the place, and the video is dropping. The video dropping.
What else? Badness, where them a say? How we have up the artist set a guy, where them a say? Yeah. Chain it a jip, bad clocks, for a foot, we no listen boy, where you chat, where them a say? What else? Badness, where them a say?
I've gotten a lot of questions. People have been inboxing me, asking me like, what's taking so long for the video to drop? And I'm like, I know, but it's not my business to tell. It's not my business to tell. So yeah, we're gonna talk to Naj. Like I said, he will be on stage. I believe his interview is tonight. I don't know when it's dropping, but yeah. Congratulations, Naj. I know you've been waiting for this moment, and it's here. Pop some champagne tonight into tomorrow morning. Get drunk as hell. And enjoy yourself with it because you've worked hard and you deserve this. You definitely deserve this. Okay. Yeah, like I said, when you're doing certain things, you got to make sure that you do the right thing so people don't sue you. So they have done the right things, and the song is dropping, the video dropping June 1st. So shout out to them again. Great work. We're definitely hoping and praying to see Naj in New York. And that's another thing that God will do for him as well. So in the near future, we might see Naj in New York. Anytime Naj comes to New York, he gotta come here. Like, he has to come to Get With The Fix. I gotta see him in person. Definitely gotta happen. Because like I said, he's a great person. So congratulations to you guys. Let's go to Jamaica. Basically, I don't know. I don't understand the amount of killings and all of these things that's happening over men and women. But this Neil Tech is charged for murder of a pregnant woman and man in Portland. 23-year-old Keno James King of Johnstown District, both in the parish. Reports from the Portland police are that around 11 p.m., both victims were among a group of persons playing domino when Jackson drove a Toyota Fielder motor car to the area. One man exited and opened gunfire at them. When the shooting subsided, Pink, who was in an advanced state of her pregnancy, and James were seen suffering from gunshot wounds. They were assisted to the hospital, where they both were pronounced dead. After the investigation was launched, Jackson was taken into custody. She was subsequently charged on this Monday with double murder of a man and a woman on Campbell Avenue. Probably it for real. It's like people don't care that people are alive. Like, you got to be so careful. So the young lady is Jody Ann Jackson, a 28-year-old bar operator and nail tech of Ann Cavoy Land Settlement in Portland. She was charged in relation to the deaths of the 28-year-old Sade Pink. Why y'all doing this? Why is this happening? Susie Q, I see you put something that go in. No, it wasn't. No, Susie, it wasn't even that. It was not that. It was not that at all. But like I said, once I get my iRig back up and running, and once Naj is done with his on-stage interview, we'll have a conversation around that. Because, I interviewed him a couple of months ago when this song, We're Underground, originally dropped, and we had a great conversation. So it's not what you think, Susie Q. It's something else. That's why I said people have been asking me what's taking so long, and I'm like, it's not my business to tell. I want Naj to tell his own story, if even he could talk about it. But just know that God is good, and the video will officially drop June 1st. And y'all know I'm gonna post it.
Man style, big Ben spark up and last stick pan Kyle. Bossy boss head one go run man file. Be a killer we part with from we are juvenile. How we are on the ground.
What else? Badness, where them a say? How we have up the artist set a guy, where them a say? Yeah. Chain it a jip, bad clocks, for a foot, we no listen boy, where you chat.
I wanna play my dub. I'm gonna play my dub.
Bossy boss head one go run man file. Be a killer we part with from we are juvenile. How we are on the ground.
What else? Badness, where them a say? How we have up the artist set a guy, where them a say? Yeah. Chain it a jip, bad clocks.
I wanna play my dub because I like my dub. I do
I
like
don't
my
know,
dog.
say as she say get to the fix. Say yes no. As she say rich badness. As she are on the ground. Yo, New Jersey. Po! Rich badness and Michelle G, them style big Benz park up and elastic punk Kyle. Bust she bust tune, go and go run R5, be a star, she par with fam, she a juvenile, Michelle G run the ground. A real white badness, where them a say? As she play the most hit song, where them a say? Yeah. She ain't it a drip, but clocks on her foot, she not listen boy where you chat, where them a say? A real white badness, where them a say? As she have up the hottest set of dubs, where them a say?
Yo, for real, under construction, for real. When God say yes, nobody can say no. Tell you.
No fracture. You're up to the time, just like that, watch ya.
Under construction, you know, you're an artist. So imagine just sitting waiting to drop a video for something that you know is so amazing and has been tearing up the place. Like, imagine what that feels like. So I know that him, Sean Nizzle, and DJ Genius, they are so relieved that, like I said, I hope that they pop several champagne tomorrow, midnight, whenever. Just pop champagne.
You know this boy where you chat, what them a say? Yo, Michelle G, from who no ready for party, put your cups up. Where the gal them freaky and love, and where they talk them when I take no this up. Rich badness and Michelle G, them.
So let's talk about the do's and don'ts of casual sex. Okay? Let's talk about that for a minute. So casual sex, yeah, it's definitely a great song. Definitely. So we get to see the full video tomorrow. I have a lot of clips of it on WhatsApp. Y'all can fight me. I don't care. I always get exclusive things from people who respect me. They send me things, so you know, it's great. It's an awesome thing happening for them. But let's talk about the do's and don'ts of casual sex. Okay, so casual sex means that there are no strings attached. In a casual sex, it often involves sex with total strangers whom you have met only in the last hour. Or you may have been on each other's radar for weeks or months before the opportunity knocks. It might be a one night stand or it might have its own jaded lifeline. The triggers can be many, but alcohol is often involved. Listen here. When and if you decide to have, I feel like I need some music in my background because, you know, when and if you decide that you would like to have casual sex, please be aware that there are certain things that you shouldn't do and there's certain things that you should do. Okay? You should not catch feelings. Okay? Don't catch feelings. Now, as a woman, you know that, you know, if you have intercourse with a man, sometimes feelings are likely to be catched because we are emotional creatures. So, if you decide to have raw sex, for lack of better words, with folks, your secretions might connect and you might hold on to some feelings, okay? So use condoms. That's a little barrier in between. That may stop some feelings, okay? The benefits, they say, of having casual sex is that it reduces your stress, it increases your self-confidence, it improves your social status, and it helps you to get over an ex. So that's saying that they say in order to get over one person, you need to jump on somebody else. I guess you use casual sex For that, to help you get over an ex, you could use casual sex. Again, casual sex it could be a one night stand, or you've known somebody for a long time and y'all just decide to take it there. But you have to be very careful that you don't become emotionally collected. Under construction said he's lost for words. It is emotionally and physically healthy, they said. Whether casual sex is emotionally or physically healthy also depends entirely on the sexual partners and each situation. Some casual encounters may be positive, while others may lead you to regret. Some of the most noted benefits from casual sex may include sexual pleasure, having fun, boosting your self esteem, avoiding a relationship. You know, there's people who don't want to be in relationships, okay? In certain cases, casual sex even leads to a future relationship because you might get that guy or that girl that just hit it right. You know, your toes might curl, you might lose speech, can't talk. Those things might happen, and you find yourself entrapped for a long time with the person you was just gonna have casual sex with. Those things do happen. Those things do happen. There's some people who everyone have sex with everyone differently. So that part, you might find someone who comes and have sex with you in a way that you've never had sex before. So, you know, those things happen. They happen. And you might enjoy it. And then you're like, oh, you need to stay. How can I make you stay?
Loving you so. Never will I ever let you go. Girl, I can't imagine living without you. Cause when you're not near, I'm just a shadow of myself. Must be from heaven, I see angels around you. And I can't help but stare. You have me under your spell. I'm complete now, I found you. There's no...
I don't even know how that song dropped in right there. But I just picked a song from the Money Mix Rhythm, and it was the perfect song, a Kimani Marley Angel. Like sometimes you might just go to have a one night stand and end up having a lifetime partner. It happens. It happens, okay? Some of the risks though, the negative consequences for having casual sex is that again you may find yourself feeling regretful. The research suggests that males are more likely than females to regret missing out on an opportunity to have casual sex. In contrast, females were more likely to regret sex encounters, because then the other side of that too is that you may encounter a stalker and you only went there for one time and then you encounter a stalker, okay? They also indicate that females tend to regret casual sex more than males. And a few of the key factors that cause regrets after casual sex may include feeling pressured to participate in sexual activities, not enjoying the sexual encounter, and worrying about negative outcomes. Let's be for real. Not everybody that you've had sex with made you touch the sky. Not everybody. Okay. So that's one of the regrets. Another regret, of course, is the STI, which is also called sexually transmission disease. There. Well, I can't talk. Sexually transmitted diseases. Be very careful with those things, because if you're having a one night stand, you don't know what somebody has. So I go back to saying use condoms. Use condoms. They are not 100% sure. Condoms do break as well. So, you know, to each his own, you know, but prevention is better than cure. Okay. Some other risk factors which we talked about is that females often tend to hold out for a male who will commit. So this stereotype has roots in conventional descriptions of heterosexual relationships. They suggest that many it becomes overwhelming waiting on someone that you've slept with to make you their partner. And that may then turn into a regret. You may also become a stalker. Again, because that person gave you some good. And you decide that, you need to keep them, and they decide that they don't want to be kept. So be careful with that. Okay? Yeah. If you are going to have casual sex, keep it light. Okay? Don't mix up your feelings. Don't get all caught up in your feelings. Don't do any of those things. Keep it light. Don't post people. We are in a generation where everybody want to post people. Don't post people when you're having casual sex with them. Make sure you define the relationship before. And also, you may be having casual sex with somebody's partner. There's that. So be careful of that. I like how you said that. So casual. Be careful. You go post some man or some woman, and then their husband or wife or girlfriend wife or wherever these people be having nowadays inbox you like the B word. Who the hell are you? And why are you posting my, because not a lot of people are very honest that they are in relationships. So be very careful. So do light, stay light with it. Okay. You meet up, you do your do, and then you keep it moving. If you decide to meet up more times, then that's okay. But just make sure you keep it light. Don't overextend yourself. Okay. Don't get fancy either. Don't go overboard with folks. And then men hate this though. Men hate, like, if a man has decided that you're just sex, you asking him questions is going to annoy him. It's going to annoy him. But they're saying to ask the hard questions after the sexual encounter. Men don't like that if they've already categorized you as just vagina. Let's just be serious. Okay? They don't want you to ask them nothing. You're just there to be vagina, and that is that. Don't ask them. I wouldn't suggest you ask them a question, because women tend to ask so what are we now? That question. After you've agreed to be casual partners or a one night stand hookup, and then you're asking, so what are we now? Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. Also, if you realize that it's only a casual thing, don't linger. If that is not something that you're looking for, do not linger with said individual, because you're wasting your time. Literally wasting your time. Okay? And don't make it weird. It's casual sex. Don't make it weird. We're not boyfriend, girlfriend, unless you've defined it. Don't make it weird. Okay? Ask yourself, do I really want to have no strings attached sex? Okay? If you are going to decide to do that, ask yourself that question. Normally, and I'm a woman and I'm going to say this because I'm a woman, I can say it. Normally, everything starts out as, yeah, I can handle this situation. I can handle it. Yeah, we could just have sex. It's no big deal. No big deal. And then you start catching feelings, and then everything goes left. So, again, ask yourself if you want to be in a no strings attached type of sexual encounter before you do it. Also, ask yourself, why is everybody calling me right now? I'm not understanding. Ask yourself, why do I want to have casual sex? Ask yourself that question. Okay? Also, ask yourself, what are your boundaries? What are the boundaries that you need to put in place? before you decide to have casual sex. Ask yourself also, look yourself in the mirror and be like, what is my confidence level in regularly talking about STDs with this person that you are going to have casual sex with? Because not oftentimes do we say to people, oh, what do you have? What do you have? Do you have any sexual diseases or those things? People don't really ask those questions. So ask yourself if you are comfortable enough to have that conversation before you decide to get involved in any casual sex type of situations. Okay. Because here's the truth, if your answers reveal a real pattern where you consistently develop feelings for people you're having sex with, casual sex is not something that you need to do. Don't do it. Before you sleep with people, have the conversations about boundaries. We always say we don't have the emotional capacity for connections, but then when sex is good, then feelings get involved, right? So be very mindful if you decide to have casual sex with someone, because people break into people's car, people bust up window, people show up at people's house, people stalk people. All of these things happen, and it didn't start out like that, but when you don't have any boundaries, those are the things that usually come up. Okay, be honest also with people if you develop feelings. Okay, let them know that you like the good, for lack of better words. You like the good, and you are now developing feelings for them. Okay, let them know. Don't just sit around and sit down in your feelings. Okay.
Good production.
So real. No one no nice like me on. Capella that. Yo, TJ. Good. Zoom. No place like home. No place like home. No, no place like home. No place like home. No place like home. No, no. Capella done no man no nice like me yard. But a fresh in the morning as we rise then me can. Road fit take on. Zoom walk one. Fresh back a yard feel like me just spawn. Get a jelly from the
Yeah, so if you are developing feelings for someone that you're having casual sex with, please let them know. You have nothing to gain or lose in regards to that. Just be honest with people. In most cases, feelings outgrow with time, so you're doing yourself a favor by getting in deeper. No favors by getting in deeper with someone who doesn't want that with you. Let people know that you are feeling them more than they are feeling you if you decide to have casual sex. Okay. Also, your sexual health does come first. Okay. Especially if you're sleeping with multiple people. Chances are that even if you don't have several casual sex partners at once, the person you're sleeping with might. And you need to have some best sexual practices in place to keep both of you safe. It might not sound like a sexy conversation, but have the conversation. Okay? Essentially, there are two things you're looking to prevent when you're having casual sex: STDs and pregnancy. Condoms and oral contraceptives are 99% effective when used correctly, but you also have to make sure that the person you're sleeping with doesn't have any other issues or infections that you may need to know about to protect your sexual health. Please have the conversation at your first sexual encounter. But I don't think anybody's going to say to you, yeah, I have this or I have that. the first time that you're going to sleep with them, because it's like if they have already made up their mind that they want to sleep with you, that might deter you from sleeping with them. So most people aren't very honest about their diseases or whatever they have going on. The construction says, as a nurse, I endorse this message. Have the conversation, people. Hi, entrepreneur. My other nurse practitioner is on the live. Hi, entrepreneur. Yeah, have the conversation with folks. Like, look, again, no, I don't. Most people will not come to you and say, yeah, I have herpes, I have chlamydia, I have gonorrhea. Are you still gonna sleep with me? Or HPV, or any of those things. Can we still sleep together? People are not going to come tell you that. You would hope that they do, but people are not. They're not.
Long time, big bumper girl, bust a bottle wine. On my Instagram page, I'm lurking. I got no time for you cause I'm working. Big bumper girl, shake one time. From your bumper, big shake it up like mine. Big bumper girl, girl time. From your bumper, big shake it up like some girl grudge me to the life.
I just want to say that all of my friends are professional people. Like, all of my friends get the bag. They get to the bag. And they get to the bag good. Hi, Fedor.
Them a talk out it fake, it's still a shake. Bout thump in a face, it's still a wait. Maxfield mo come from that a bad place. So I know you talk, me not do the trace.
Before I get out the building, I want to shout out to Future. You know, you guys know Future has been one of those people who women dog him out all the time because of, they say, how he treat women or whatever. But Future has, through his Free Wishes Foundation, Future has provided valuable STEAM, which is the science, technology, engineering, and math education to underprivileged students in Atlanta. So in a press release, the Mask Off rapper announced a collaboration between his foundation and 2K Foundations to inaugurate the I Am a Dreamer Lab on this Friday. Okay, so shout out to Future. Y'all know Future always gets a bad rap, but he's out here doing something great. So shout out to him. Yeah, I had an irate problem today, folks, with my Instagram. But the show still had to continue. I will reschedule my interview with A Legends, Alexa. I definitely have to reschedule that. I will definitely have my engineer who got stuck. That's why I couldn't fix the iPad. He will help me get this iRig back up and running so that next week we are well put together. Next week I do have a 3-step ravers interview. They, you know, those are the folks that they go to different parties and they entertain and they're dancing and all of that kind of stuff. So I wanted to talk to them because they are Caucasian, and they have engulfed the Caribbean culture. So I wanted to have the conversation with them around, you know, how all of this happened. Of course, the criticisms that they've gotten in regards to them engulfing the Caribbean culture. So yeah, so that interview is next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. here on Get With The Fix. I am Michelle G, and I just wanted to say thank you all again for tuning in. Tonight, I will be back live with all of my equipment working because God is good and God is great. And that is it. Good night.
Big bumper girl, bust a bottle wine. On my Instagram page, I'm lurking. I got no time for you cause I'm working. Big bumper girl, shake one time from your bumper.
Of course, DJ Tree is up next on Get With The Fix, Mighty Mix, and also Majestic. 9 p.m. He is live.
Them not like me cause the Wi-Fi is. Some girl don't know what hype life is. Life for me, tell them that I the nicest. Why me take your money and on a style like this? No born bless, God bless a child like this. That's no good and in a tight like. Y'all borrow dirty wig, but what a lifestyle this. Them a talk out it fake, it's still a shake. No thump in a face, me still a wait. Maxfield me come from, that a bad place. So I know you talk, me not do the trace. The grudge a girl when them a elevate. So when them grudge me for come here celebrate.
You don't know this girl Danny boy right now. Me represent for Get With The Fix. Michelle G, big up yourself.
On my Instagram page, I'm lurking. I got no time for you cause I'm working. Big bumper girl shake one time. From your bumper big shake it up like mine. Big bumper girl time. From your bumper big shake it up like. Some girl grudge me to the life I live.
I will see you guys next week Wednesday. Hi Zoom. Hi Zuma. Hi Zuma. I'm taking you out the building with this under construction. What up?
Winner was born a winner. I shall live as long as I want, but never want as long as I live.
Well done, Queenie, you done well. Life hard, I've been through hell. Shoplifting, we're back then. Still standing like Big Ben. 10 Darling Street, 10 out of 10. If you never know, crack up with a 10. Can't smoke weed without blame. Everywhere we go, past problem.
All eyes for me have the attention. I me run things, this is my kingdom. One be throne. Oh, if your bad run come, can't stand facing me like a yeah, sit down. From this is such girl, do the queen wave and show you a nice clean face. Yana Yamed.
Oh yes, may I do Yamed?
Queen wave. From your hype and bossy, do the queen wave. No competition, you in your own way. Do the queen wave. One queen in the deck, no matter how you shuffle it. Careful what you say, before me let me strike a tree mad.
Get with the fix, Michelle G. Like I said, I will see you guys next Wednesday. Yeah. I'm gonna hi Tree Step Ravers. They will be live on Get With The Fix next week. Next Wednesday. June 7th, Tree Step Ravers will be live. My iRig will be up and running so I can go properly live on my Instagram. Act up today, really act up today. But Tree Step Ravers, thank you again for accepting the interview. And I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys next week, okay? I'll be back next Wednesday, guys. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night.
I shall live as long as I want, but never want as long as I live.
Well done, Queenie, you done well. Life hard, I've been through hell. Shoplifting, we're back then. Still standing like Big Ben. 10 Darling Street, 10 out of 10. If you never know, crack up with a 10. Can't smoke weed without blame.
You don't know this girl Danny boy right now. Me represent for Get With The Fix. Michelle G, big up yourself.
This is my kingdom, one be throne. Oh, if your bad run come, can't stand facing me like a yeah, sit down. From this is such girl, do the queen wave and show you a nice clean face. Yana Yamed.
Oh yes,
she is doing Yamed.
Queen wave. From your hype and bossy, do the queen wave. No competition, you in your own way.
Again, guys, I'll see you guys next week, Wednesday. I got to reschedule some interviews, and I will be working on that. But June 7th, Tree Step Ravers will be on the Instagram Live around 7:10 p.m. They will definitely be live in the building, and I am ready and excited to have a great conversation with them next Wednesday. Yeah, so shout out to them. You know, being in the Caribbean culture is a great thing. It's a really great thing. We are great people. We just are.
Well done, Queenie, you done well. Life hard, I've been through hell. Shoplifting, we're back then. Still standing like Big Ben. 10 Darling Street, 10 out of 10. If you never know, crack up with a 10. Can't smoke weed without blame. Everywhere we go, past problem.
All eyes for me have the attention. I me run things, this is my kingdom, one be throne. Oh, if your bad run come, can't stand facing me like a yeah, sit down. From this is such girl, do the queen wave and show you a nice clean face. Yana Yamed.
Oh yes, may I do Yamed?
Queen wave. From your hype and bossy, do the queen wave. No competition, you in your own way. Do the queen wave. One queen in the deck, no matter how you shuffle it. Careful what you say, before me let me strike a tree mad. And the range can be a psychiatrist.